Have you ever felt that gut-wrenching feeling of failure? That moment when a project collapses, a goal slips through your fingers, or a plan just completely falls apart. It's a feeling we all know, and it stings. We're often taught to fear failure, to avoid it at all costs. But what if I told you that failure isn't the end of the road? What if it's actually the secret ingredient, the rocket fuel for your personal growth journey? Think about it. When we succeed easily, what do we really learn? We might feel good for a moment, but we don't necessarily grow stronger or wiser. Failure, on the other hand, forces us to stop, to think, to analyze what went wrong. It's like a free, personalized lesson plan delivered right to our doorstep. It shows us the gaps in our knowledge, the weaknesses in our strategy, and the areas where we need to improve. It's not a dead end, it's a detour sign pointing us toward a better path. Let's reframe this whole idea. Instead of seeing failure as a verdict on our abilities, let's see it as data. Pure, simple, unemotional data. When a scientist's experiment fails, they don't throw their hands up and quit science forever. They look at the results and say, "Interesting, that didn't work. Why?" They adjust their variables, tweak their hypothesis, and try again. They know that every failed experiment brings them one step closer to a breakthrough. We need to become the scientists of our own lives. So, how do we actually do this? How do we turn the pain of failure into the power of growth? The first step is acceptance and self-compassion. It's okay to feel disappointed. It's okay to be frustrated. Acknowledge those feelings. Don't suppress them, but also don't let them define you. Talk to yourself like you would a good friend who just stumbled. You wouldn't say, "You're a total loser." You'd say, "Hey, that was tough, but you gave it your all." What can we learn from this? This simple shift in internal dialogue is incredibly powerful. It separates your actions from your identity. A failed attempt doesn't make you a failure. Once you've given yourself a moment to breathe, it's time to get curious. This is where the real transformation begins. Grab a notebook or open a document and start asking yourself some honest questions. What was my original goal? What exact steps did I take? At what point did things start to go off track? Be specific. Don't just say, "I messed up." Pinpoint the moment. Was it a lack of preparation? Did I underestimate the difficulty? Was there a communication breakdown? Was I trying to do too much at once? This isn't about blaming yourself, it's about investigation. It's about becoming a detective in your own story. As you identify the specific causes, you'll start to see patterns. Maybe you consistently procrastinate on the difficult parts of a project. Maybe you're hesitant to ask for help when you need it. These insights are pure gold. They are your personal roadmap for what to do differently next time. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you wanted to launch a small online business, and it just didn't take off. Instead of concluding, "I'm not cut out for business," let's break it down. Did you do market research? Did you know who your target customer was? Was your marketing message clear? Was the product itself not quite right? Maybe you discovered that your marketing was aimed at the wrong audience. That's not a failure of your entire character. It's a specific, fixable strategic error. Now you have a clear action item for your next attempt. Learn more about target marketing. See the difference. One path leads to despair, the other leads to action. Another key part of this process is to celebrate the effort, not just the outcome. We live in a world that is obsessed with results, with the final score. But growth happens in the process, in the struggle. Did you learn a new skill while trying? Did you step out of your comfort zone? Did you meet new people? Did you show courage just by starting? Acknowledge and celebrate these wins. They are just as important, if not more so, than the final result. This builds resilience. It teaches your brain that trying is valuable in itself, which makes you more likely to try again in the future. History is filled with stories of so-called failures who went on to achieve incredible things. J.K. Rowling's manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected by 12 publishers. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper because he lacked imagination. What united them? They didn't let rejection define their potential. They used it as feedback. They saw it as a test of their resolve. They understood that every no was just a stepping stone on the path to an eventual yes. They used the resistance to build their strength. Think of it like building a muscle. When you lift a weight that's heavy, your muscle fibers literally tear, they fail. It's in the process of repairing those tiny tears that the muscle grows back stronger. Personal growth works in the exact same way. Our setbacks, our challenges, our failures, these are the weights. They create the necessary resistance that forces us to adapt, to learn, and to become a stronger, more capable version of ourselves. Without resistance, there is no growth. So, the next time you face a setback, I want you to try this. First, breathe. Allow yourself to feel what you feel without judgment. Second, get curious, become a detective, and analyze the data of your experience. What specific lessons can you extract? Third, identify 1 or 2 concrete actions you can take based on what you've learned. This turns reflection into forward momentum. And finally, celebrate the courage it took to try in the first place. This mindset shift is one of the most powerful tools you can ever develop. It's what separates people who are crushed by life's challenges from those who rise above them. Failure is not your enemy. It is your most honest and demanding teacher. It won't flatter you, but it will always tell you the truth. And if you have the courage to listen, that truth will set you free to grow in ways you never thought possible. Stop running from failure. Start running towards the lessons it holds. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it to fuel your incredible journey of personal growth. You have so much more potential than you realize, and every stumble is just part of the beautiful, messy, and ultimately rewarding process of unlocking it. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on turning life's challenges into your greatest strengths. I'd love to hear in the comments about a time a failure taught you a valuable lesson. Let's learn from each other. See you in the next video.